Okay, so here's the thing with Spider-Man Reign. This is a book that is out of print. I know that I could just read it online somewhere, but I have a whole thing where I don't like reading on... I don't like reading on these things. It makes my... I already have to look at a screen for 8 hours a day at my job. I don't want to just look at a screen for pleasure. Well, you know what I mean. But I don't want to read comics on a screen. This is my big thing. I prefer these thingies. I prefer floppies. I like when it's flapping in my hand. Wow, I'm 2 for 2 today. But yeah, no, like I like reading physical comics, and because Spider-Man Reign is out of print, I cannot get my hands on a copy of Spider-Man Reign. And I know a lot of the comics tube, the comics sphere, everyone in geek culture likes to say that Spider-Man Reign is terrible, and I'm not discrediting everyone's read of it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like Sal from Comic Pop is wrong because he didn't like a comic, or that like Linkara is wrong because he didn't like a comic. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like the internet is wrong because they don't like things. But I have noticed over these past couple of years that there were a lot of comics that I just avoided or read as a kid with like a negative tinge or negative bias. After rereading them myself in like my adult years, I actually like quite a bit. I really like the Ultimates. I really like a lot of the Ultimate Universe material that comes out after shit, what's that book called? Ultimatum. I really like a lot of 90s comics. I think a lot of like Marvel and DC 90s comics are actually really fucking good. I think a lot of Mark Miller books that everyone just kind of trashes on are actually great and wonderful and high quality and really just, I don't know. There are a lot of really good comics that just the internet over the past decade and a half via YouTube and social media have just completely shat on. I read it and I'm like, oh, this is good. So I don't know if Spider-Man Reign's actually bad or not, or if the internet's just being the internet saying this thing is bad, and then when I read it, it's actually pretty good. I don't know. So as far as Spider-Man Reign getting a sequel, well, I know the internet's probably gonna go into it thinking this is gonna be bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna hate it. I don't know, because I don't know if I like Spider-Man Reign or not. But I don't know. I just say all that to say that people on the internet will tell you things are bad because they didn't like them. But sometimes you read them and you do like them. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the internet will swear up and down that something's great, and then you read it and you're like, what the what? People like this? Like me with Kingdom Come. I don't like Kingdom Come.
Charged up.